Welcome and thank you for coming. I hope everyone's been having fun in Myrtle Beach so far. I was just thinking, listening to John, my wife will laugh at this, but we're engineers undergrad, and quotes of Theodore Roosevelt just don't pop in my head. I want to begin by introducing a few special guests. I'm asked to stand as I do so. My friends David and Kathy Bowden are here with us tonight. David is an ophthalmologist from Greenville, and I want to thank him for a beautiful invocation. Thank you, David. I also want to acknowledge my retired partner, Dr. Richard Carter, and his wife, Nancy. Many of you know. Richard took me to my first Greenwood County Medical Society meeting and introduced me to organized medicine in South Carolina. Also in the audience is one of my present partners, David Eisenhower. The support of David and my other partners makes it possible. His support and my other partners makes it possible for me to serve the physicians and patients of this great state as your president. David's wife, Lynn, who's on stage with us here, was just installed as State Alliance President, so he will be doing double duty in that supportive role this year, and I thank him for that. I'm especially happy to introduce my family, my children who are grossly embarrassed to stand, but my children, Anna, my beautiful daughter, and my handsome son, John. Who might see a little less of me this year, but I hope they can be proud of what I'm trying to do, and we are trying to do, to benefit their generation. I hope that I can be an example to them on being involved in public life. My mother-in-law is with me tonight, Shirley Walker. She is always the one who takes good care of our children, so my wife can accompany me on trips like these. But my wife, Jamie, is the one who keeps the home fires burning. Without her support, I couldn't practice medicine, let alone do this work. I love her dearly, and I thank her for saying yes 20 years ago, knowing what she was getting into. My father and my mother are no longer with me, but they left a legacy within. My father came to this country as a physician, a general and thoracic surgeon, looking for a better way of life. He met my mother here, and together they raised 5 children. My father clearly believed in the honor of practicing medicine and the privilege of caring for his fellow man. He and my mother instilled that in all of us children, and we grew up to follow that dictum. In my family, there are 3 medical doctors, including me, 1 pharmacist, and 1 dentist. We heard the call, and we answered it. I am humbled to stand here representing that legacy. This past year has been tumultuous, to say the least, and anxiety-provoking to most SCMA member physicians. We have watched the drama that is healthcare reform with trepidation and fear. While some of us, and I won't name names, may have found excitement, most of us felt as if we were watching a runaway train, and we got hit. Your SCMA has been and continues to be a member of a coalition of state medical and specialty societies that has been fighting for appropriate health care reform. Universal coverage, yes. Single payer, no. The right to privately contract, yes. Mandated coverage, no. Did we win this battle? No, we did not. Where we end up, nobody really knows, but the SCMA will continue to be actively involved in doing all we can to influence the future process. Now, more than ever, we need to stand together. Many of you, I know, are mad at the AMA for their approach to healthcare reform. The SCMA was not in agreement with the AMA, again, as many of you know, and we made our objections known to them. However, I will say there's an irony here. It was well said yesterday at our board meeting. If you are mad at the AMA, maintain your membership or join if you are not. More membership gives us more voice to affect change. Your leaders are fighting to change the AMA, but without you and your voice, we are weakened to do so. SGR, what can I say? We continue the yearly fight that is Medicare reimbursement. We know that healthcare reform was passed without an SGR fix, but with a promise. We all know that each year our costs go up, but our payments go down. payments do not. We continue to fight for Medicare allowables to be adjusted according to the Medicare Economic Index, a much better index of our actual expenses. However, the political battle is uphill. Both sides of the aisle have failed us over the years and broken promises time after time. I don't know what each physician's breaking point is, but I know it is there. And I ask you to review the AMA's paper about your options related to Medicare participation. Now, with expanded coverage of the uninsured using the Medicaid system mandated from the federal level, state budget issues become even more important. The SCMA fought for you this year and will continue to fight for you for adequate reimbursement from the Medicaid system. We battle at the State House on many other issues, from working on the cigarette tax to shepherding tort reform expansion. We continue to battle scope of practice issues with our paramedical providers. It is a perennial problem that will only get worse. Optometrists, podiatrists, and pharmacists are working to expand their scope of practice. From operating around the eye to surgery on the knee and giving injections, others work to legislate becoming a physician, especially as expanded coverage is mandated. I commend all my colleagues who have showed up in Columbia when asked to help fight this continuing battle. And this battle will surely continue, and I urge you all to stay alert. And I assure you that as your president, I will continue to fight on these issues. And these are just some of the perennial favorites that attack us. But we must fight the urge to become sour and cynical, and I include myself in that admonition. We work on a higher standard. We belong to our beloved, honorable profession. We must stay strong in our endeavor to take care of South Carolina's citizens. Yes, we have tasks before us, from installing electronic health records to continuing our reimbursement battles to trying to keep some semblance of autonomy, while just trying to do what we became physicians for, to take care of patients. Many of you have become hospital-employed physicians, but I assure all of you that these problems do not pick sides. There is no pride in ownership, and they indeed belong to all of us. I remember vividly my father telling me that the practice of medicine is an honorable profession. I strongly believe that we were all given a great gift in delivering healing powers on the Lord's behalf. It was and continues to be an honorable profession. Don't lose hope, and help me, help us in the fight to keep it that way. The voice of one, the power of many is not just a slogan. It has power and it has influence. Help us make the SCMA even stronger. We will continue to strive to be your unified voice. It is truly an honor to serve as your 149th president of this great organization, and I thank you for your trust in allowing me to serve. Thank you.